Hello everyone and welcome to Chat Time Crafty Thursday. 10 minutes of chat time before we start at 7 o'clock. It's got a bit chilly tonight. Who else is feeling a little bit on the chilly side? Tonight I thought I'm going to finish off my scrapbook page that we started at 11 this morning, which was our sketch number 4, so which is really lovely. And you can use it for heritage. You can use this layout for anything that you want, whether it's for school photos or picnics, anything at all. And it's really quite pretty. So I didn't get around to finishing it off this afternoon because I was really busy cleaning and disinfecting and making sure everything's clean for class tomorrow. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to finish it tonight. So if you come on, say hello, tell me where you're from. If you're a newbie, tell me you're a newbie. We've had a few newbies popping in and out, so welcome to all our newbies. It's been really lovely catching up with some new people on here. And yeah, who's on here? We've got someone on here. I wonder who's on. I can see there's people on, but I can't see. I mean, I can see the little eye. Yeah, so tonight I thought, while I'm waiting for people to come on, I'll just keep talking. So this was the beautiful layout that we did today. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I showed you some great tips and gold nuggets throughout this. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. And I thought, well, I want to show you how to use one of our, I think it's a sneak peek, if I remember correctly, stamp sets, the Boutique Blossom. This is absolutely gorgeous. So I cut out some of them and we'll have a bit of a play colouring them and decorating up this black and white page, which is really gorgeous. It really is a gorgeous page. So if you want the inspiration page, the sketch, it will be going up. I think I've put it up. If it hasn't gone up, I will put it up after tonight. That's not a problem. Hi Tanya, good to see you on. Are you having tea or you finished tea? Has anyone done anything exciting today? Like, I don't know. What do we class exciting? I know some people love to go out for lunch with girlfriends. That's exciting. They love to catch up and do some crafting together. That's exciting. They like to go to the movies. I love movies. Has anyone else got a passion for movies? I love going to the movies and I'm so grateful that I do love that sort of thing. Still cooking 10 a.m. Fair enough. Having something nice tonight. We had steak and veggies tonight, which was really, really lovely. And it takes me a long time to chew the steak because no back teeth. You had a visitor. Well, that's okay. You can always go back and watch the replay. And it is a beautiful layout, Tan. It really is. And we're going to decorate it tonight because it took me an hour to go through a lot of the how to cut out pieces so you can save pieces on your cardstock. Lots of tips and ideas throughout. It's really lovely how to do this scalloped edging and with circle punches. It looks amazing. Yeah, so there's a lot happening on the page itself. Like I said, I did it pretty slow, taking time. Spaghetti bolognese, yum. So the sketches are fantastic inspiration. Like if you really, even for the card making or for, at the moment we're doing our Aussie friends. Who's enjoying the Aussie friends? Oh my God, they have been so much fun. Doing colouring books for people for their grandchildren as well, adding their little characters in. Been a lot of fun. Addie's had so much fun with hers and Frankie's got his and Piper's got hers and Hazel will be getting hers soon and Phoenix has got his and Oscar's got his, Elliot's got his. So, I mean, they've been going out everywhere. So I'm so pleased that people have been enjoying sending me a couple of photos and having the kids and their grandparents included into this beautiful colouring book. A really good Aussie fun, because, you know, we don't have a lot of Aussie things around, so it's nice to do that. You saw. I did. Does that mean you saw it? Shorthand sometimes is not good when I'm looking at it, Tan. But that's okay. Yeah, so what else has anyone done today? Put it in the comments and let me see. Let me have a chat with you. Don't be shy. Come on. I love having a chat. It's my time to chat with everyone, wherever you come from. And next weekend, I think, will be my weekend of getting everything done to post out to everyone again. So I'm a little bit behind again, or will be a little bit. No, actually, I'll be on time, I think. Maybe. I've got so much to post out again. And sometimes it gets a little bit like, oh, I've got names on, sticky notes on so many things, so I just hope they don't fall off because, yeah. But I'll be handing some out in the in-home class tomorrow, so that's really, really cute. I love that. And then we've got Happy Mail to go out. I love doing Happy Mail. Who does Happy Mail? Tell me in the comments. Put it in the comments. Do you do Happy Mail? Oh, that's very cold, Suzanne. I mean, we're cold here in Victoria too, and it's got to be cold. Not nice at all. And you got light rain. Well, we had a little bit of light rain yesterday because we've had the painter in painting the outside of the house, and he had to stop because it was light rain. You just couldn't paint. So that's what I call the annoying rain, that fine misty rain that you can't do very much with, or can't do very much. You still get wet, believe it or not. So, yeah, sorry about that. I hope you got your heater on. I hope you're all snugged up in front of your fires or your heaters or recycles or whatever you got through your house, and I hope you're nice and warm, because it's not nice being cold. Or sit down and do some card making. That always warms you up. Your brain starts working, your blood starts flowing. I just wanted to, for those who might not have seen our nice new ink pads. Who's seen these nice new ink pads? Aren't they beautiful? And I am really loving these because of my hand. I'm really loving this. Come on, Summer. Hi, Susan. Hi. Come on, Summer. Yeah, well, I suppose we've just really come into winter, but that's okay. These are fantastic. I love them. I love the way they snap on. They're magnet. They snap on. They're so easy to open, and I'm very grateful for these. And I seem to be using a lot of my in-colour colours at the moment because they're a little bit easier to open than these with my hand. So if you do have hand problems, these might be the way to go because they are really beautiful. These come in the set for the in colours for this year, which are absolutely beautiful. And they actually, they're magnets and they hold together really well. I've just got my hand under there just in case, but they hold together really well and they just snap on and off. But you've got these little colours that you can put in underneath that you can put on the front of them. So like here, and then that way you know exactly what colour you're using as well. So that's a little bit of a gold nugget. But the other thing that's really lovely that's come out in our new colours too is our shimmer pens. I love these. Who has got these? Tell me, who's got the shimmer pens? They are just gorgeous. If you like Wink Stella, Wink Stella is like a shim glitter. This is like a shim glitter, but different. It's got a different whole look about it. Who's got their cuppa? Okay, I'm looking at the time thinking, oh my God, I'm chatting away here. Let's come down to do some work. I hope whatever you're drinking tonight, I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, let's get this set up. Let's hope we got it set it up in the right spot. Okay, so this is the page we're working on, and I want to add some flowers to this. Now, on this we added a scallop. So if you haven't watched the video, go back and watch it. I did it at 11 o'clock this morning, and I showed everyone how many years ago when I had my scrapbook shop, we didn't have die cuts and we didn't have scallops, but we had oodles and oodles of punches. Who remembers back then? Like, I'm talking about over 20 years ago. You had that many punches, and we used to use the punches to make the scallop. So I shared how to actually make that scallop up with your punches, and it's a fantastic little nugget. I also shared this morning how you can cut a section out and how to do that as well. And we use the section from the back that I cut out of the black for our mats, for our photos. It's a great idea. So we brought in some beautiful paper to go with this, which is really gorgeous. And I want to add a tinge of pink to this because it's more for an old world type page, this layout. So I went with the Bouquet Blossoms stamp set. And there's probably a couple of stamps in here because they're all on blocks over there, because I have started some of them because I know how long it took today. I thought I'd better get some prepped up so that we weren't, yeah, it takes time. Okay, so we need some cardstock, and yeah, I've been using up a lot of my scraps, so which is really, really good. I mean, my scrap bin over there still looks quite like it's got a bit in it, but I've used a lot of scraps. So try to use your scraps up because it is fantastic, but I need a piece to stamp on. So I think about 10 would be nice, because I just want to share with you the stamping, because this is a two-step stamp set, and I love that because you get the outline stamp, which is the outline one, and then you get one that you can do the filling on the inside. Okay, so like this one's the out and this one's to fill it. And I love the two steps, but you can always add on top of that if you want to add more detail into it as well. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to go with the Secret C. Now, just to give it that little bit different than the black, sometimes I go with greys or blues or something just to bring in a tinge, but this one goes well with pinks. So we're going to ink up our flowers, and this is just such a beautiful image. It really is a beautiful image. I keep getting these ads, and I don't know why these little ads. Sorry about my finger for 1 minute while I try to click that ad out of the way. Oh, come on. Thank you. I hope you can see now. Yeah, so I love the way that they really are lovely to use and great colours. Okay, so we've got our first one down. I'm just going to take this one off, and I'm going to bring in the filling one on that one. That's the only block that I used the two on. Okay, so let's do this one now. I'm just going to show you each piece because I have done some of the pieces and started colouring them to save a bit of time. Okay, second piece. That's my fault because I didn't put my ink in my pad properly, okay? You need to put your ink in your pad properly for you to get that nice crisp ink up piece, okay? So that's important to make sure you do. I've got my chamois over here doing overtime. I think I need a new chamois. That one looks disgustingly dirty. It really does. Then on here also I've got some little flowers. So they're this shape, and they go with a die as well. Okay, so you can sort of see they're beautiful as well. Don't forget to like, share. If you've got someone that you want to share that you think would like to see what I'm doing each week, you've got a crafty friend, share my page with them. I'd love to have new people come on and say hello. Okay, so we've got the 3-leaf one, which is really lovely as well. I think I pulled out nearly every one of the stamps out of this set because I just love them. Beautiful. And then we've got the beautiful leaf as well. Okay, so they're the ones that we're using tonight. But I want to share with you the second step on a 2-step stamp. And I'm going to go with a bit darker. I'm going to go with the bubble bath because it's just a little bit darker than the new in colour. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is work out, before you put any ink on it, which way it sort of is going to go onto your image, your stamped out image. So we're going to ink that up. And we're going to come straight down over the top of that. You can sort of see the lines through the stamp, okay? So you should be right coming down on top of that. It gives it a really old world look. And when you're doing flowers, sometimes when you're doing flowers, if you do black, it can be very harsh. So try different neutral colours. Now, maybe you want to do this a little bit darker. You can come down a second time. Okay, this is a really quick way of colouring too, by the way. If you haven't got time to colour something, you can come down and do this. And you can sort of see, as we go through the adding the layers, how it works differently. So you can come in, I go sometimes up to 5. It just depends how dark you want that colouring. Okay, so come down again. Can you see each time we're doing it, it's coming out a little bit darker. It's still got your light ones where the light ones have to be. It's just lifting the shade. So we'll come down one more time on this. And we'll come down one more time on this one. Beautiful. And you can sort of see how this is bubble bath and it looks very old world. Okay, you get that very old world look. Okay, so that's the solid one for our big one. Now, we have a half one here as well. Let's go with a different colour for the half one, just because this is going to be just sharing with you different ideas and different colours before we actually get into doing the page. Let me just have a look. We've got this beautiful new hydrate. Who likes the hydrate? Hydrate, huge. Hues. God, they give us good names, don't they? Okay, so we're going to come down with this one. And you can sort of see on the stamp itself, it looks different. The layers look different. Okay, so we're going to come down here. And you can sort of see how it looks a little bit different. But that's the first coat. Let's see what happens when we come in with a second one. Okay, so we're going to come in with a second one. Line him up. And you can sort of see it's sort of darkened in a couple of spots now. So that's got 5, that one's got 2. Let's do a leaf because I want to get my page started for you as well. But I wanted to share the 2-step stamping because I know there's a lot of newbies out there and they don't know how to use the stamps properly, and they ask the question. And I'm very happy to answer the question and share how to do it, because there's nothing worse than buying products if you don't know how to use them. So if you've got something at home and you're not using it because you're not sure how to use it, you can always private message me and I will just share it within my class online. And I normally pick one question out, like someone might say, how do you use a 2-step stamp, which is one of the questions I have been asked, and that's why I'm sharing you this tonight is because people get confused. Like, what is it? Because they're new and they don't know the terms and their technology that the language does. You do know all that when you've been stamping for a while, but when you're new to it, you don't know that, and it can be very daunting. You can get anxious, and you don't want to do that. You want to enjoy stamping. You want to enjoy the process of it all too. So this is the three leaves. So we're just going to do this one. And then the good thing about this too is it's got dies to go around it. So you don't even have to hand cut them out or fussy cut them unless you want to. Okay, if you find fussy cutting relaxing, go ahead, cut it out. Now this little one here is really cute. I'm just going to get a different colour for this one. Just so it's different. This one's the Golden Glow. It feels like Logies, doesn't it? Golden Glow. Okay, so on this little flower here, you have a wonky one that's got like a little point at the end. Find that on your stamp. Okay, you'll have a look at your stamp. You go, oh yeah, that one there. I know where that one is now. And come down over your little flower. Oh, that's the outline one. We don't want the outline one. We're going to come in with the solid one. You didn't see that. It's all right. And we're going to find that wonky one. Okay, it's there. And we're going to line it up. Okay, twist him around until you can see him. And I will give you a little tip. Sometimes it's easier to use a bigger block because you can actually see the image through the block as well. Okay, so this is how it all turns out when you colour them up. And you can do as light as you want or as dark as you want. Okay, so you can do up to 5 layers. You can bring in different colours over the top of each other. Try that because that looks lovely as well. There's lots of ideas you can do there. Okay, now I did get a jump start on our flowers and leaves. We've got a bit of a jump start here. I've coloured them a little bit, so exactly what we just did on the sample I've done over here on these, because we're going to put this beautiful page together. Okay, so let's have a look at our page. So you're looking at the page and you're thinking to yourself, okay, I've got photos here, and what am I going to do with the rest? Okay, now this one I have done a few on, and I also used the blend over the top of it to highlight it a little bit differently. And that's a really good thing to do as well. Now I just want my dimensions. They're just right here. I'm going to grab them out. Grab my dimensions out. And I'm going to dimension the flowers up. And I just want to put 2 in the center because I want to be able to poke the leaves and that in around the flower. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to put a leaf. One leaf, grab a leaf, and I'm going to put a leaf like there, so I know I'm not going to come off the page. Okay, so I'm going to put a leaf sort of coming on there that I can sort of see, and then I can actually place my flower on here that I know that I'm not going to have it going out of the area. I can put my leaves in now under here. Okay, so where this point is here is where we're going to put our 3. So we're going to bring our 3 in here. You can use dimensions. You can use, I'm going to grab a little one for this. So I'm just going to grab a little one on the back of the, oh, it stuck to my finger. On the back of the leaves here. This just gives a little bit of height, a little bit of 3D effect as well. It just raises it up a little bit, but it won't affect your scrapbooking page or your putting it in your album or anything like that, okay? Still going to work exactly the right way for you. Okay, that one's already off. So this one's going to go into this section here. So I'm going to put that one into that section there. Okay, and then I've got this one. I'm just going to grab, and I'm putting the dimensions on the leaves towards the top because the bottom I want to tuck in under the flower. Okay, so I'm going to put these in under here. Beautiful. Just going to move my stamps over there for a minute. I've got stamps everywhere. Okay, so we can bring in as many or as little, and I've used 2 colour greens on this as well. I've used the Soft Sea Foam, and I've used the Peaceful Pines, which is the new in colour. Dimensions to the top, because we want to be able to slide it in underneath. Okay, and you can have it overlapping your leaf a little bit. That's not a problem. You might want to come in with one right to the bottom without it being anything at all being stuck on it. So you might want to just add a little bit of glue onto that one. Okay, grab my glue. Just a little bit of glue on here. You can even use a mini glue dot if you've got a mini glue dot. You can use that, or you can use tear tape. It's really entirely up to you. Okay, I'm going to bring it around this way because I think you need to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm working up here in this corner. Okay, up here I'm working, so I'm putting the leaves in around the flower here. Okay, I've gone with dark and light, a little bit of dark and light, so that it looks a little bit not all one colour, because otherwise if it's all one colour, what happens? Does anyone know what happens when it's all one colour? It all just blends in together and it just looks like a blob, and we don't want that. So we want the lights and the darks in around here. Okay, so you can put as many on as you want. There's no right numbers. Just whatever's eye-pleasing to you, make sure it's eye-pleasing to you. And that one can go in there. It's entirely up to you. And I'm going to have that one going that way a little bit. Now, for the scallops down here, I did the little flowers. So I'm going to grab a dimension behind each flower. Hopefully I've done enough. And we're going to add the little flowers here and here. Now, if you haven't got decoration swirls or anything like that, you can always draw your own in and use your rhinestones, your gems, whatever you've got that you might want to use. So we're going to use these going down the page. I was watching telly while I was cutting these out, and you don't really want to do that because some turned out perfect and others you're sort of half watching what you're doing, and that's not a good thing. You're watching a movie and you shouldn't be. Okay, so this one's going here. And as you can see, as you start adding a little bit of colour to the page, and not much, but just a little bit of colour to the page, it changes it, okay? It changes the way it looks. And you could do soft blues, soft lemons, apricot, greens. It just depends what colour you want. We bring this one in here. And I think I've got one more. Have I got one more? Yeah, I think I've got 2. Okay. I was thinking I might have to cut some more because I wasn't quite sure. I have got them over here to do if I needed to, because I I cut out so many and then I had to stop doing what I was doing. And get everything nicely cleaned up. I washed all my blocks. I've washed, isn't it nice to freshen up your craft room? Who likes doing that? Okay, so we've got some nice little black gems here. We've got some green gems here, blue, and we have some white ones here as well. But I'm looking at these black. I'm thinking the black would look really lovely. So I'm just going to grab my pick tool. And I'm just going to grab these little ones. Well, come on, Teresa. And I'm just going to place them in the middle. It makes the flower pop a lot better if you have that little gem coming out. I don't know why it does that, but it just does. It just makes it look like a proper little flower. Okay. I'm going to take that off. And use the putty side. Now with these ones, if you push them to the side, because they've got like a little silicone dot on them, so if you push them to the side, you'll make sure that you lift up that silicone dot with it. Okay, that is a good gold nugget. So I'm just going to fold that back in, push it down. So we're going down the page now with these on all the flowers. Okay, one more to go after this one. Who likes grungy type stamps? Because sometimes when you're doing a page like this too, it's nice to add a little bit of grungy to it. People are probably going, what's grungy? See, that's another word that crafters use that a new person wouldn't really know what grunge is. So I can put another leaf up there if I want to, but I can leave it like it is. So let me show you. In here, this is the men's one. This is the gears and textures. Now these are what I call grungy, like these spots and these like coffee circles, splatters, crisscross or hash, the lines, they all work as grungy. In this set, this one's actually a beautiful one. If you want some little lace pieces coming out of your pattern, like because it's old world and you don't have a doily, this Forever Floral has got some beautiful dies in here that you can get that texture for, like you can make that like that. And it's also got these little dots here and these little flowers that you can use as well. And even some lines just for grunging, okay? So the other one that has got sort of like these little flowers here, and this is Greenery Lane, and they have a few. Now, some of these if they've retired, you might have them in your stash, but you might have something very similar to them. So I'm just pointing that out because you might have something very similar. And you want to come in with a soft colour, so we're going to still come in with the pink on this, and I'm going to get this cluster here out because we've got a couple of points where we can put our headings or that on there, like, you know, you can put love or all the names. You can put journaling on there. It just depends what you want to put on there, okay? So I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to pull one of my flowers off here for a minute. Oh. Okay, and I'm just going to come in with that really light soft seafoam green. Where's that soft seafoam? And you can also come in with a little bit of pink. Now we're going to keep adding our flowers down the bottom here in a minute. I'm just going to come in here with a bit of grungy to build that page up. So this is a 6x4, and you'll see on the, if you got the sketch, or 3x3, 3x3 inches of those. So when you're doing this, you might want to grab yourself a piece of white scrappy card, because you might want to come down and go, oh, I didn't want it that dark. So you can stamp off a little bit, okay? But if you like a little bit of texture in it, you can bring in a little bit of texture as well. So you can sort of come down and add a little bit of grunge through. What it does is it just takes away that blackness on the card, and you can come down in this section here too. And we can add a little bit of pink as well. Okay, so a little bit over here and just a little bit over here. So it just actually starts bringing the page in a little bit more, which is really lovely. I need a bit of a mouthful of my tea. Who's having a nice cuppa? Okay, thank you for sticking with me. I know watching these things sometimes, if you're not into scrapbooking, it can be a bit boring, but it can also be whatever you're learning here on the scrapbook page. Just remember you can bring that into a card. So don't ever look at a scrapbook page and go, oh, I don't want to watch what she's doing for that, because you can always bring it in and put it on a card as well. Now I'm going to bring this one in here. So I'm just going to bring in a dimension, but I'm not going to put a dimension here where I might have a photo, okay? So it's going to sit off. It's going to sit off like this, okay? And then we can sort of put some leaves in there as well. So we're going to have 3 leaves here. So it's going to come in here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this. And this could go on the front of a card. Exactly what I did up the top, you can actually put that onto a card. You can even put it into a square if you wanted to. Okay, and we're just going to bring in a couple of these leaves over this side. How quick does that time go? Half an hour goes so fast. So this beautiful page has been like an hour and a half, because I spent an hour showing everyone how to actually cut it up this morning, how to do all the little gold nuggets as well, because don't forget they're important to know how to do a lot of little tricks. So that one's going in there, and you can put one up there if you wanted to. But that sort of finishes the page off a little bit more. Hello, Kay. Yeah, and like I said, you might not be a scrapbooker, but have a look at that, how pretty that would look on a card. Like, imagine that on a card. It looked absolutely gorgeous. Black and white's really lovely. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And even that bit down the bottom there, you could use on a card. Okay? And depending on how many layers you put on to the different effects that you get on your flowers. Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I hope you enjoyed our finishing off our scrapbook, but scrapbook layout, I should say. But just remember, I would love for you to try bringing this technique, even the punch technique that I showed you how to do that scallop. You can do that down the edge of a card. Thank you for the love heart. Thank you so much. I really love that. So hopefully tonight I'll get on after I've finished and answer if anyone's got any questions up or anything from the other night, Monday night. I fell asleep when I finished Monday. I just didn't get around to getting much done. But anyhow, I'm back answering questions and answering anything. So if you've got anything, let me know. It is very pretty, Susan. It's a very pretty layer. And like I said, I love this flower that you can really colour it up and get it to stand out. And you could even towel that one up if you wanted to, if you're into that paper towel 3-dimension effect on a card, and it would look absolutely amazing. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all Monday. It's Friday tomorrow, so I'll see you all Monday. I'll catch you later. I'll see you in class if you're coming to class tomorrow, and if you're coming to class on Saturday, I'll see you then. Bye for now.